I was looking for Sonny and Cher.
That's a tight schedule.
Time, Jack.
Tight schedule.
Ain't no grass grows under your feet, my brother.
That's for sure. Just finished doing a podcast. We did this, and then I gotta be on a podcast.
Holy cow!
And then do stand up, and then
oh,
a little bit of work.
I kind of like that, Bullet. Very good. All right, guys, y'all be quiet. This is more important than training. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Ready?
Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the latest show of Dad. You don't work. You wrestle. Hear the claps. You know what time it is, George. How was your weekend?
Bullet, I had an unbelievable weekend. I know we spent a lot of time together. Bullet, we're bonding. Okay, after 20 years, we're bonding.
Yep.
I am so glad to be here, Bullet. It is cold here at Dad You Don't Work Your Studios here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Yes, they're even calling for a little bit of snow next week, Bullet, but I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for that. So, what a great weekend I had, Bullet. 3 great days, Bullet, of just some good wrestling, some not so good wrestling, sold some books, which makes up for the not so good wrestling. Just a great night. Of course, Friday night, thank everybody up there for flipping in back up there in Rhonda. They still did good there in that little community center that I'm trying to get a phone number so I can run it, but that's beside the point.
Help me, Rhonda.
Yeah, help me, Rhonda. Of course, Saturday night, went up there right in Concord, my hometown, right there. Bullet, great little show with Steve and all those guys up there. Had a great little show. What was so wild, Bullet, and she's doing okay now, but there was a lady at ringside that got really excited about this show, which, you know, nowadays the way wrestling is, that don't happen much.
Yeah.
But I swear to you, my table was very close. It was, you know, nice little building, and I was thinking in my mind that lady, if she doesn't come down, which I was excited to see someone get that mad over a match, I thought that lady's going to have a heart attack. And I just thought that in my head. Bullet, it has not happened in a long time, but I want you to know they had to call the paramedics. The show's over. That lady, later on, they did find out that she had a heart attack. She had a heart attack getting that worked up at that wrestling.
And now, was this because of you or somebody else?
Well, actually, I can't take credit for it.
I know, it's probably going to kill you right now. I know you would love to take credit for giving a lady a lady
and here's what's so funny, boy. It was a very small building.
Especially a lady, because they're less prone to heart disease and heart attacks.
Exactly. So. And it's one of those things where I don't want to think that I'm like some Tom Cruise movie where I can predict the future or anything, but I had just thought, lady, calm down. Okay, I mean, really, they're going to go out and have a beer together or a glass of tea when it's over. Okay, I mean, come on, no. But anyway,
if you have that type of sixth sense, please let me know when I'm about ready to have my stroke. Please let me know when that happens.
Well, boy,
I would like to prevent the bad stuff from happening.
And I'm just so we can prolong it till we finish the show. Okay, you know how I am. I love you to death, boy, like my own son.
But if you're having a stroke, please finish the show.
Yeah. Can we at least finish the show? Okay. But what a pop that'd get if you was on the stage, maybe stand-up comedian-ish. I don't know if that'd get a pop, but I don't know. But anyway, she did. So what I'm saying here, just continue to remember this sweet lady in prayer. She's doing fine. But what was so weird is when it happened, she had it right during the very last match. Well, they called an ambulance, and it's a very small building. Had maybe 200 people in there, and that's all you could fit. Nobody could get out because I'm telling you, the ambulance was like something out of a Ross Pearson movie, whatever that guy's name is. But anyway, we couldn't get out. So the show's over. I'm trying to get out to let the people, the doctor people, fix this lady. So I'm trying to get out, and the guy stops me, the biggest jerk in the world. He says, "Can't you see somebody's hurt?" I said, "Sir, I'm trying to give you room to operate." They wouldn't let nobody leave. So it was wild, boy. So anyway, they got. Of course, I know there were some wrestling fans thinking it was an angle. She's going to come back next week and get the revenge and all that. But just a wild night there in Concord. Boy, the lady's doing fine, but she did have a heart attack. She got so worked up, it was just something. Maybe I won't predict the future no more. But anyway, and then, of course, Sunday, what a great time, boy. Just a great time. Enjoyed your match. Enjoyed right here in Charlotte on a Sunday afternoon with 2 playoff games played. Yeah. That afternoon too, Bullet. So still had a great turnout there, right here in Charlotte, PWX. A lot of great stuff going on there, Bullet. Setting up for the big War Games.
Yes.
Very War Games. And need I add this piece of history to the original War Games?
Please do.
If you go back and watch, because we don't want it to happen again, that's where J.J. Dillon got his shoulder. You can see it right on tape. They clotheslined him. I forget who, but somebody held him up and they come off because they had the roof on the cage. And they came off with clothesline. JJ, he landed right on his shoulder. Dislocated his shoulder for weeks from that War Games. I don't know why it's the only thing I remember from War Games. But not to be confused with the earlier years before, steel cage in Atlanta at the old Omni. A lot of people don't know this, Bullet sold out. New Breed, the original New Breed, not these copycats. The original New Breed was going to fight Tully and Arn in a cage. Place sold out, first time ever. New Breed. They came to the music. What was their ring music? All that. Ah, man, well, I'll think of it before the show's over. But anyway, they hit the ring. Oh, let me think. We got to Right to Party. What's that? Old punk rock band, not punk rock, but you got to right. Ow! Gosh.
Now you're confusing me.
Oh,
I would have had it.
We got a right to party.
Yeah.
Beastie
Boys.
Oh, gosh, Bullet. Oh, that's good.
You were confusing me. You were not helping. You were being a deterrent. I don't remember that
song. A lot of
song.
people don't know how hard that was for you to come up with that with the hints.
From the licensed album, yes.
With the hints that I just gave you to come up with that. If they knew how you were able to do that, with my help, we would never do that TV show, Match Game or whatever it was.
Or Pyramid or whatever.
Yeah, Pyramid. Yeah. We can never do Pyramid.
We'll never play Pyramid ever.
But anyway, before we get on, New Breed, this is a true story. New Breed hit the cage, never been done, killed the whole crowd, killed the whole town, killed the whole city. They climbed over the cage, Bullet, and went in. A lot of people don't remember that. I love to see that on tape. The whole crowd, nobody ever seen that. Now everybody does it. You see what I'm saying? But the whole object of the cage back then was you can't escape. Well, they escaped into the planet of the apes, is what I'm talking about, Bullet. So anyway, killed it for the cage. Cage has been dead ever since. Atlanta's been dead ever since. That's why they never won a playoff game. But anyway, blame that on the New Breed. So a lot going on, Bullet, this week.
If they even make it to the playoffs.
If they even made it to the playoffs.
Which they didn't.
You know, that's one thing I'm so glad my Cowboys are losers, because I don't know what's worse, not making the playoffs or making the first round and then losing. Both of that. Could be bad. But anyway.
Or going to the Rose Bowl and get blown out in the first three quarters.
Oh, I know that, Bullet. Holy cow. Yeah.
Have that happen.
Man, who called that finish? At least let it go down to like the 3 seconds, you know.
Listen, and if that kid from Stanford didn't win the Heisman, the guy who did win the Heisman, he's Superman. he's Superman, Batman, Flash, all rolled into one.
Oh, I love that. At least let it go down to missing a field goal at the last seconds like Minnesota did.
Or even like the Michigan State game where just one guy wanted more than everybody else.
That's exactly
I'll
right.
accept that loss, but
I always said Minnesota got what they want because they got rid of Brock Lesnar. That's all I'm saying. You don't deserve to go to the Super Bowl because you got rid of Brock Lesnar, which I thought was cool. But anyway, there's so much going on, Bullet. Thank you, everybody. Man, Bullet, I sold some books this weekend, which I'm always very, very excited about that. Just a lot of stuff going on, Bullet, and I know that you've got a lot. You've already been very busy today, but you've got a lot going on when we finish here.
Yes, I'm playing improv this Friday night at the NC Music Factory. Then I will be performing in Catawba, South Carolina this Saturday night. That'll be stand-up, so make sure you show up to that. And then next week I will be doing improv next Saturday as well, and probably something on Friday. I don't know.
And this is like the first full week of your podcast. It's like official now. Right? You're like part of...
I'm part of that network. I'm still doing my own thing, whatever. I just recorded my 49th episode. I will record my 50th episode. I'll have a special guest for that. Something very close to me. I'm going to do something special for my 50th episode. And then I got a couple more lined up. So I'll have some big interviews coming up. And I'm trying to land a very big, huge interview at the end of this month. If everything and the stars and the planets align, I have set aside this entire date for this to happen. And if this happens, I will make sure that it gets done.
If it's Burt Reynolds, I get to go. That's all I'm saying. That's in our contract.
Burt will qualify.
Oh, I love that.
Okay, so now you've just diminished who it would be. But regardless of it, I think
it's not me with a mustache, fans. He's really got somebody. Okay,
I've got somebody. So we'll see.
A lot of stuff going on, Bullet. We're just so busy. We got a good training school fixing to start here. We got a ring full tonight. Got some people that come to watch. The wrestling school's doing real good. So before we get out of here, Bullet, my favorite part of this new year, of course, will be our Idiot of the Week. If you don't mind, Bullet, listen. This is becoming easier and easier each week. All you have to do is basically get up in the morning, and people make it very, very easy. Lately, it has come down to me making a choice 5 minutes before I walk in. Just there's so much going on. I have not yet, but I do want to put my Cowboys is close to going into the idiot bag just because they're considering bringing Johnny Manziel in, which personally I like. But
when did the Dallas Cowboys become the Oakland Raiders?
Oh, exactly.
When did we become the people that collect these casts off?
That's exactly right.
Of the NFL.
You know what? And it reminds me of what Dusty told me many, many years ago that I've shared with you when Dusty told me, kid, your problem is you can work. It's almost like the Johnny Manziels and them. They want to get kicked out, but it's the same thing as our wrestling business. The goofballs and the ones that really don't care, they keep a job forever. But anyway, and I had even said that earlier, man, when I was a teenager getting into a lot of trouble, believe it or not, boy, I wish Jerry Jones would have been my dad because he would have forgiven anything. You understand? Seriously, brother, do whatever you want. We'll take you. But I do think.
And you don't even have to win.
No,
I guess that makes him different than the Raiders. Al Davis will take you in, but if you won for him, he'll keep you around. If you didn't win for him, he got rid of you.
That's what I'm saying.
Jerry Jones will keep you around whether you win or you lose.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you've even played football. He'll welcome you. He'll welcome you to the ranch. I've never seen nothing like it. Bullet. I do think he's like the modern day Al Davis guy. I think that's the one that was in the Raiders, but I never seen nothing like it. So yeah, welcome them all. Why my best friend Tim Tebow sits at home, can't even get a job, but that's okay. What's going on? But that ain't even idiot bag, Bullet. Now I don't know if you just saw this week, Bullet, but I got to throw this in here. Me being the father of 5 beautiful children, Bullet, and some grandbabies and stuff, and I knew the process of going through raising the kid and getting up late at night, helping the kid, and teaching and all this kind of stuff. Now, Bullet, it's already been invented, and it is being sold, and you may have seen this week. I saw it. There is an app that you can get for your phone, okay? It costs so much money, you can download it on your phone.
Already impressed you know what an app is.
Boy, I'll tell you, I did some investigating on this because I couldn't believe it. There's actually an app now that mothers, now anybody can get it, but it's catered towards mothers, that will actually let them know when, there's like 8 things. It will let them know when their baby's wet. It will let them know when their baby's hungry. I know, Bullet. I documented this. People, you can Google it and see if it's not happening. It is some cell phone place put it out, but it's the hottest thing in the world. And I'm having a problem with that, Bullet, okay? Because, but it lets them know, it lets the mama know when the baby's wet, when the baby's hungry, when the baby needs a nap. But I'm thinking, okay, moms, you need to be careful because this is the reason I ain't throwing the app in there. I actually kind of like it. I'm actually trying to find a way to use it, incorporate it into wrestling shows, okay? Without wrestlers. I don't know how we can do that. But anyway, I am putting the mothers in there because what the heck? I mean, watch out, moms, because this app's going to take your job. That's all I'm saying. But, boy, has it got so bad.
Give you a watch and they kick you in the butt. Because the machine just took your job, moms.
It got so bad that moms, they need help knowing when baby's got a stinky on. That's all I'm saying. That's what this world has come to, Bullet. I'm telling you right now. So what is next, Bullet? Just mark my words. That mom, you're going to be out of a job. That's all I'm saying. So the moms that have bought this thing, you're pretty lazy. That's all I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say. If you need help knowing when baby has got a bellyache through your app, okay? My problem is, Bullet, what if little George, not little George, you get mad at me. What if little Bullet later on has a stinky diaper, okay? For instance, okay, and you're trying to find that app, but you know, most people's got like 20 apps on their phone. You see what I'm saying? And by the time you get to baby app, you done went through your music app, your food app, you done ordered tacos, you done went through every app you got.
You sent a pizza emoji, you got Domino's on the way.
And little baby boy got a diaper rash. That's all I'm saying. That's true. The world's in trouble. It's going nuts. When we need an app to let us know that the babies got a bellyache or they're stinky, not that you can smell it. I guess mom can smell it, but won't do nothing until the app tells her. Okay?
Yeah.
So moms will go. Is it got that bad, Bullet, that moms have pretty much thrown their hands up? Okay? Moms, be very careful.
After dealing with my nephews, yes.
But
it has gotten that bad.
But look how we tie all this in. The reason all this is happening, Bullet, I really believe this, is moms are not concerned on really being moms, because if your kid ends up in trouble, it doesn't matter, because they will play for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, Jerry Jones. Boom.
That's exactly right.
Full circle, call back.
That's exactly right. So why should moms care if they raise a bunch of brads that don't have that bonding time? Because it don't matter. Jerry Jones will just hire you in a few years. So, with all that being said, but what you still have to work for, we don't have an app yet because I don't know what that even means. I just read it off the internet. But what you, maybe they can buy one. I'm not sure. Bullet will correct.
It's not on Kindle yet.
Yeah, it's not on Kindle, so you cannot use your app. But what you can do is still come up to one of us and purchase.
You can use the app of real life to purchase the second greatest book of all time, which is available at highspots.com. If you know more about what me and George are doing on the weekends, make sure you follow me on Twitter at ManScoutManning and on Instagram at ManScoutManning. This has been another edition of
Bullet.
Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle.
Great show. Thank you, Bullet. See, I had to be careful because I didn't know with all your technology going on, you may have an app. And I had to be careful. Bullet. I didn't know if they had a comedian podcast app where they can download your.
A couple of those. Listen, apps are friends. Apps can be our friends.